Welcome to the Ronline Report. Today's guest, if you're on Instagram, you probably know him. He's got 1.5 million followers. You've probably seen him all over the TV. I've seen him on Tosh.0, Ridiculousness. He's been on all kinds of shows. Redcon 1 athlete, IFBB pro, Blessing Awodibu. How are you, sir?
Perfect. What's up, brother?
Did I get the name right? Awodibu?
I was waiting for that second name. That
Well,
name getting chopped up a lot, but you did it. You did a good job, man. You got it. You got it right.
right. So you're actually in Florida now? That's where you're living?
Yeah, I'm in South Florida now. I'm Boca Raton, right next to Recon One.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
check that. That gym looks like a nightclub. Gotta check that place out sometime. But
yeah. It's a beautiful place, man. It's like it's a paradise
okay.
compared to where I'm from in Dublin.
Yeah,
This
well,
place is absolutely heaven. I love it out here, man. The weather, the people,
yeah, I gotta.
gyms, and of course we got a Recon One right here too. So it's just perfect.
Yeah, cool. So let's start with the basic stuff. You were born on September 20th, which it's good, but September 21st would have been better because that's my birthday. But
Nah.
28 years old, you're still a very young guy in this sport.
Yep.
So were you born in Ireland? Is that where you grew up?
No, I was born in Nigeria. I moved to Ireland when I was 9 years old.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where the whole bodybuilding journey started for me.
Nigeria, we all
Yeah.
remember the great Victor Richards. He was the original
Yep.
mass monster.
Yep. Oh yeah. I actually love. I'm a big fan of his physique. He is. I think it looks amazing. Amazing physique. He just. I don't think he ever competed, right?
No, he stole
And
your
I actually.
he
And I
stole
get
your
that a lot.
nickname. You could have been
Was
the
that?
Nigerian. I said you could have been the Nigerian Nightmare, but he stole that nickname from you.
I don't need that.
No, you don't.
Boogeyman's just good enough for me.
Yeah.
The boogeyman's good enough.
Who gave you that nickname, Boogeyman? That's cool.
I pick myself. I give
Okay.
myself it.
Okay. Cool. Because that's John Wick's nickname, but it's in Russian, Baba Yaga or something in the John Wick movies.
Yes, something like that.
So you were not always a big, jacked, muscular guy. This is correct. You were actually a skinny kid.
Yeah, I started off very, very skinny, and that's what got me to actually working out because I was very cautious with the way I looked growing up. I used to get bullied a lot because of my size and being underweight. So I just started lifting weights so I can, I can defend myself.
Right.
And
Right.
I just fell in love with the whole process of working out, the pump,
Yeah.
that's how
You
it
you
all started
you
for me.
started out in your garden shed lifting weights.
Yeah, that's where it started off. Yeah,
So
in the
what'd you have?
garden,
Just like
I mean
a
in the shed.
couple basic equipment? What did you have
Um,
when you were a kid?
I actually back then I had a really nice setup there. I had a few dumbbells. I had a bench, them really small old school bench,
Oh yeah.
barely
Oh yeah.
fit in,
I know.
and some set of good plates and barbell, them really skinny bar.
Yep.
And that's what
Yep.
was back then. It was decent. It was pretty good.
How old were you?
I was 14 when I started lifting.
Okay. And did you get good results right away, or did it take a while?
Yeah, man. I think the first 2 years, I gained a lot of lean mass. I was like, because I never gained body fat, so I was skinny. So I was gaining a lot of lean muscle mass. It's like I'm a hard gainer, so I don't. It doesn't matter how much I can eat.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much I eat. I will not gain body fat. But if I train hard, I'll gain muscle. So when I started off, I was eating everything,
Hmm. Wow.
and I
So
was making pretty good gains.
did you play other sports, or is this the sport you've always done, bodybuilding?
I did a lot of. I play Irish Gaelic. That's an Irish football.
Gaelic. What is it
Yeah,
called? Gaelic? What?
Gaelic. Yeah, it's an
Oh,
Irish
Gaelic.
football. Yeah,
Huh.
it's like
Like that.
we play with the hands and feet.
Okay. Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like rugby, but it's not rugby. Then I play rugby as well. I did kickboxing for like 3 years. Play rugby for 3 years as well.
Yeah.
And I think it was kickboxing. Kickboxing was the last sport I did before I decided to focus on bodybuilding.
Yeah. I've seen you do some kicks in your videos, and you're clearly you know those are
That
actual
was
kicks.
recent. I said just checking if I still got it.
Yeah. No, you still got it. You still got it. You don't lose that stuff. It's like
I
riding a
think
bike.
if I, spend a few months training on proper training, I think I can actually bring it back.
Don't bother now. You're doing all this other stuff. Don't worry about it. But what was it like growing up in Ireland? Because I don't think there's too many Nigerians in Ireland. They're pretty pasty people from what I've seen.
Yeah, man. Back then, it was quite rough because I remember I grew up in a very small town, west coast of Ireland,
Mm,
and we were like the only black family out there. It was rough, man. It was,
mm,
Irish people are really really nice, but there, a lot of racism and stuff like that I had to deal with growing up.
yeah.
It was really really rough, you know. But
So
when I started bodybuilding, I moved to the biggest city, Dublin, which was a lot more better
yeah.
because there were more different type of cultures and different uh, you know.
Right. I still wouldn't think of Dublin as like the most diverse city, but I've never been there. I could be wrong. Um, so how did you get into like competition and stuff? Did somebody tell you, wow, you've got really good potential, or did you just see a contest? What made you really get involved in it?
I mean, when I started off, I didn't know nothing about bodybuilding, but I enjoy working out. I'm always working out. I love the whole process of working out. It was
Yeah.
one of my friends who actually, he saw a little bit of potential in me, and he always trying to tell me to compete. I'm like, nah, I don't want to compete. I just do this for myself. I don't
Yeah.
know nothing about bodybuilding. I don't want to compete. I don't want to. I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? So actually, it was 2011. I think I was 19
Mm.
when my mate forced me to actually do a show, and I did, and I think it was I didn't win, but it was a really good experience, and I got a lot of great feedback that damn dude, you got really good potential if you just diet a little bit harder and train a little bit harder, you can be this, you can be that,
Yeah.
and that was when I met my first ever pro bodybuilder, uh, Tony Freeman.
Oh,
That
wow.
was
Okay.
yeah, that was the first time I met a pro bodybuilder, and I was looking at him like, holy shit, I want to be like this guy. He was
Mm.
huge,
Yeah.
and he was so nice as well. I got a picture with him and stuff, and I remember chatting with him and just told me to like, just keep it up and just keep trying my best and see where he takes me. So I
Mm.
decided to do another show, and the first show I did, I was 19, I was supposed to be in juniors, so I went
Yeah.
into first timers. So I was competing with guys guys who were a lot bigger than me and stuff. Then the
40 year
next
olds.
year, yeah. Then the following year, I competed. I went into juniors, which I won. Following
Yeah.
year, I won again, and then from there, I just kept collecting heads and winning titles.
Yeah. You became eventually while you're still a junior, you became the Arnold Amateur
Yes, and
European
then
Junior Champ.
2014, I went for my first international show, which is the Arnold Classic 2014, which I won. That
Yeah.
was what gave me the probably my biggest um, call it motivation to
Yeah.
just keep going.
I got to back up a minute because I looked and saw one guy who really inspired you, and it makes sense is Kai Green because Kai is very unique. There's nobody like Kai Green in this world, especially
Yeah.
in our sport,
Yep.
because there's a lot of boring people. It's just people in general. He's got so much personality, and I see,
Yes.
you're definitely a standout. I think a lot of people in this world have seen you on different shows and videos.
Mm.
They might not know your name, but they think that's that big jacked funny guy who.
Yeah.
Uh, have you ever met Kai? Did you ever get the chance to tell him that he
Yeah, man.
inspired?
Oh, I've met Kai so many times, and I think Kai is the second pro bodybuilder that I met.
Yeah.
It was 2012. It was. I became a fan right away, man, because it was huge, and then follow him as well. His personality. I love Kai, man. He is great bodybuilder, and he is super funny. And super nice dude too. Every time you meet him, he's always taking his time. He'll talk to you till people will tell him like, Kai, come on, let's go. You're
Right.
taking too much time. Kai's a good dude, and I love being around him, man. He's such a big inspiration for myself.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So it looks like 2017, which is the last year you competed, right?
Yes, that's when
But
I got my
man,
pro card.
you had quite a sweep. It looks like
Yeah.
you earned your pro card at three different shows that year.
Maybe
Uh,
four.
maybe
No
four. I mean,
more.
yeah, you tell me all. I could see that you won. Obviously, the one we all know is Arnold Amateur Europe. You won the super heavyweight and overall. You also won overall at the two different Diamond Cups, one in Czech
Yeah.
Republic, one in
Yeah.
Portugal, and what was there another show that you won too?
And then I did a show in Finland, which I won my weight class. I didn't win the overall there because my body was going to shit. because I've like I prepped the whole year, and I was, as you can see right there, I was competing like nearly every second week, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a long year for me, and I did the world championship where I came second. Like my body totally gave up.
Yeah. So I mean, the first show you earned your pro card at. Why didn't you just stop there?
I mean, you know, before then, you know, I took 3 years off the stage, just like I did right now, you know, before making my pro debut. After I won the Arnold Classic Junior, you know, and I knew my next goal is to turn pro at the Arnold Classic. Yeah. You know, so I took a whole 3 years off, work on my frame, work on my physique, you know, fill out a little bit more. And then that year, you know, I said to myself, even if I got my pro card in one go, I want to just still keep competing, just to learn more about my body, you know, see how far I can push things, you know. Okay. So that's why I did so many shows, and it was the same year as well that the IFBB Europe and the NPC was splitting, right?
Oh, it's been that long. Jeez, it's been 3 years
now.
Wow.
It's the same year. It'll
be 3 years. It happened at the Olympia that year, 2017 Olympia.
Yeah. But I got my pro card before everything went to shit. So then the IFBB Europe started awarding money. You know, so like that year, the more show, because they're trying to keep all the athletes in Europe.
Sure.
So it's like the more show you do, the more points you get, and at the end of the year, you have a chance of getting 15 grand. So as I was winning all these shows, I was racking up points. Okay. So I'm like, you know, why stop? You know, I can easily 15 grand right here. You know, so I kept going, and at the end of the year, I think I got second place out of all the amateurs that were competing that year. So I got myself 10 grand. You know.
Nice.
So like, why stop? You know, so that's why I did all them shows, and as well, I was able to like sort of experiment on my body and learn more about my body, and you know, picking and stuff, and see how far I can push this. Like right now, I know for damn sure I can do like 3 shows back to back. You know, with me picking at every damn time. You know, after that will be a bit too much for my body.
So you took 2 entire years off, all of 2018, all of 2019. You know, did you really feel you needed all that time? Like, what kind of improvements? You look a lot bigger for sure now than you did in the older pictures. But yeah, do you feel you really needed a full 2 years? It looks like.
Oh man, yeah, man. Well. You know, if you know, bodybuilding is a game of time, and it does not happen overnight. You know, if you want to, like, I want to do it right. You know, I don't want quick fix. I don't want, you know, and I want to keep my frame. I want to keep my smart waist. You know, so I knew it was gonna take me that long for me to be competitive with the pros. Yeah. You know, I knew if I step on stage right away after getting my pro card, a lot of people do it, and I've seen a lot of them fail. You know, because they have this high expectation for themselves, and then especially with social media and all this stuff, and you know, people hyping people up and then trying to like prove themselves. You know, and after one shows, I've seen a lot of young guys who coming from amateur and straight into pro league, and bro, you know, you're only 25. You know, it's, you know, you got this guys have been killing it for the last 20 years. You know, it takes time, so I understand that. You know, so that's why I decided to take at least 2 full years of filling out my, because I'm 6'11", you know. I mean, I'm sorry, 5'11". Okay. I'm 5'11", which is, I'm pretty tall, so I needed that time I need a lot of time to, like, you know, fill out my frame and get that density and that, you know, so I can, you know, get that pop and that, you know, that
right.
And so again, I know
it's not,
as well, it's a big thing.
It's not all about body weight, but people just would like to get an idea. What did you turn pro at in 2017, and what were you probably going to step on stage at the Arnold Classic Australia at? How much stage weight?
Oh man, shit. I compare now. You have to do the calculation because back in Europe it's kg. So I turned pro 106 kg. I don't know what's that in pounds.
Do the math. I can't do math either.
106 by 2.2.
Hang so you're 106, 2.2. So you were 233.2. Okay.
Yeah. So I was actually I started carbing up on Monday. So Monday. So Monday morning I was depleted down to 246.
Okay.
Fully depleted. Super. You know, so I just started carbing up there Monday, and I'll probably be on stage by 250
Yeah. You work
plus.
with you work with Neil Hill? No.
Nah, no anymore.
Okay. Do you have a coach right now?
I just coaching myself. You
Okay,
know.
that works. That's worked well for many people.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Australia because I was really looking forward to seeing you, even though I wasn't going to be there in person. But a lot of people have been waiting a long time to see you on
Yeah.
stage again.
Yeah.
Um, I'm sure this is
I
still
was
a touchy
excited too, man.
it's a touchy subject, but how did you
Yeah.
get the news and what was your reaction?
Oh man, it was. Oh man, it was. It was for me. I couldn't believe it, you know. But I after Arnold Classic, Ohio, I had a feeling that it might happen for Australia as well. So I wasn't. It didn't hit me that heavy, because I was sort of expecting, something like that to happen, and as well, I was having problem with my visa.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
actually, I did not get my visa.
Oh.
My visa got denied, and Tony and his team were working on it for me. And if it wasn't for the virus, they probably would have got it for me in time.
Yeah.
But with the whole virus, it wasn't. It was a tough pill to swallow. But that's life. Shit happens,
Yeah.
and you just gotta remain positive and move
So
on and try and deal
what
with
do
it.
you do now? Because they canceled everything until May 10th,
Yeah.
but everything after that seems like it's still a go. So we have New York Pro, California Pro, Chicago
Mhm.
Pro, Vancouver Pro. There's still a lot of shows. Are you looking at anything
Yeah.
right now?
You know what? Right now, I'm trying to stay in shape till May. Till end of May, and then if I'm open, things are gonna get better. I think things gonna come down a little bit, and everything's gonna go back. That's my belief. I believe everything's gonna come back to normal in the next 3 to 4 weeks. We just need to stay calm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try and stay in shape till the end of May, and then after that, we'll see what happens. But hopefully everything's gonna come back to normal, and I'm able to step on stage this year. Because man, I want to make my pro debut, bro. It's been too long, 3 years, been working so hard, and 2 years, so
You went
it's
through a whole prep. You were all ready for. You were a
yeah,
week
I was
out, not
ready.
even a week. It was like 5 days, 6 days out, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I was. To be honest, I was ready to battle, bro. I was ready to get in that set with the guys, with the best in the world. All I want to do is I just want to know where I rank with these guys, because I'm not really. I don't know what's gonna happen, with my because I'm bringing something different, very very different to
Mhm.
what a lot of you guys been seeing lately. It's my physique is super different. It's very classic,
You
and
you do have a much smaller waist than most of the guys in open bodybuilding, for sure.
yeah, and the way I present myself, all my posting is very very classic, and it would be interesting to see how that plays with the guys now. So I was just so excited about
Well, selfishly, I'm gonna ask you to think about New York Pro or Boston Pro because
yeah.
we
I
cover
just
MD
saw a
covers
post
both
there
areas.
with Generation I, and they said Blessing is getting ready for New York Pro. I was like, what?
Wait, you're saying that
Where did they got that
they
from?
reported something that may not be entirely accurate? Are you sure? Mhm.
But I'm like, all right, if New York Pro is on, yep, New York Pro it is. Let's go, baby.
Well, maybe they knew something you didn't, Blessing. I
All
don't
right,
know.
maybe they do.
I'm just curious because my gyms in my state are shut down. I think Florida in general is Redcon one. It's a private gym, so is that still
Yeah.
open?
Aaron. Aaron's still on this gym.
Yes, a little hand sanitizer
Yeah,
spray.
Reckon one's still open, and I hope we stay open
Yeah, I mean,
because then there's no place to train. How are you gonna
yeah,
stay in shape? It's that would
that,
be really hard to try and maintain the shape,
that,
without gym, for the next 4 weeks.
every bodybuilder's nightmare. No gym. Oh, dude.
Yeah, so
Um,
hopefully it stays open.
I got to talk about your videos because that's how most people. You're much more popular around the world. People that know nothing about bodybuilding, they don't know
Yeah.
who Ronnie Coleman is. They don't know who Phil Heath is. But we've seen you on a lot of different TV shows because you're hilarious, man. Have you ever tried comedy or anything? I mean, you seem to have
Nah,
a
it's
real
just
knack.
no. I mean, for me, it's like I'm a positive dude, and it doesn't even matter what I may be going through. I stay positive the whole time, and I just enjoy sharing this positive vibe, positive energy
Yeah.
to my people, And I see social media as a great opportunity for especially a bodybuilder, to get himself out there, So that's what I did, and I capitalized on that, and my shit just, just went viral.
Yeah, I
You
mean, where do
know?
you get these ideas? These are hilarious. Like, there's one where you're in the store with the security camera and you're
Yeah.
take off your shirt, start flexing. There's one where you have like, I've seen a couple where you have like a horse mask on and you're running around training and doing all kinds of stuff.
Yep. Yep.
And then there was one. Did they let you inside like the chimpanzee cage at a zoo, or you
Oh
were
my
outside?
God.
I
That's
couldn't
probably the
tell.
craziest shit I've ever done. And I got so much shit for that on social media.
Of
So
course.
much because but I social media for me is a game, It's like there's nothing anyone can say on there that can trigger me. I laugh. I read a lot of the comments and I laugh at them. I don't reply. If I feel they're very, very disrespectful, I delete it. It don't take me too long. 2 seconds, boom, it's gone. But like if it's just somebody calling me a name or whatever, I leave it on there, and you see them like fighting against each other, and that makes the
Yeah.
shit go viral.
I mean,
So I get a lot
you've
of shit
got,
for especially for that video with the cage. I got a lot of shit for that. And I do get asked a lot, like, where all this idea come from. For me, it's like, I actually don't think about these things.
hmm,
It just happens and I just do them. I just like the CCTV, the probably one of my most viral video ever was the CCTV, and that was recorded on my phone. It was through an app called Camcorder, so it
hmm.
wasn't a actual footage from a store. Yeah, I was
Oh,
just in the store. No, it's a
man, you're good. You're good.
yeah, I was during the store with my girlfriend, and what? Let's do this. It just like bang, just happened. I didn't even think. I didn't even think that shit was. I didn't even think it was that funny.
It was. It was. I
But
mean,
I filmed it. It don't take me like took me like maybe 2 minutes to film it,
wow.
and boom, that shit went viral. It's
Yeah.
just funny because everyone can relate to it.
Right. Right. It's a meathead thing. Everyone's like always check. We're always checking every time
Even
we
the
pass a
yeah.
mirror or whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah.
even the ladies when they see themselves, fixing the makeup here and there, everyone could relate to them. And that's the thing with most of my skates and stuff. Is with me, it's all about making yourself relatable, you
Hmm.
know, in a
Yeah.
funny way.
Yeah, but I mean, clearly a lot of people like to watch it and people relate because, like I said, 1.5 million Instagram followers. That is huge. I
Mhm.
think only like Phil and Kai and maybe a couple other people in the sport have followings like that. Not many. And your YouTube channel, which is your name, Blessing Awodibu, 350,000 subscribers. Not too shabby. You have a lot of content on the Redcon One YouTube page too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we're trying
guys,
to produce more content for YouTube, especially you see we're doing the Road to Arnold Pro Debut
yeah.
series, which is sort of put on a hold right now.
Right. Well, the
But
world is put on hold right now. Everything's on hold.
yeah,
How
yeah.
how did you get involved, be part of the Redcon One family?
Um, it's actually funny actually because the whole thing happened back in Olympia 2018,
Okay.
2019, 2018. Because I was with a company back in Europe, they're the Polish company. I was with them for like 5 years, and I had a pre-workout with them, with my name on it, my uh, uh, image on it. It was doing fantastic, but I got screwed over, because they stole my trademark, the Boogeyman. That's my nickname.
Oh man,
It was
shit.
called the Boogeyman. So the stole the trademark. I'm like, yo, guys, this is my shit. We
Hmm.
can't go on without me having my trademark back to me. So they're like, nah, we're gonna fight you for it. I'm like, you know what? I'm out. I'm gone.
Shit.
So
Did
after
they make
that,
like a? Did they name one of their supplements after the Boogeyman? What'd they do?
it's a pre-workout called we named the Boogeyman.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it's quite popular in Europe back then. It was
Wow.
very, very. It was doing so well. But because it stole the trademark, they weren't gonna give it back to me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna walk. So I walked away, and then it was like 3 months later. It was my first time ever being here being to Las Vegas, being to the Olympia. So I
Yeah.
booked a trip with my girlfriend. So we went, and then I think it was the last day at the expo, and I was walking by. Of course, I've seen Recon one around, with Dallas McCaver.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, brother. And I've seen them all over the place. And on the last day, we were going out, and I was walking by Recon One Jeep, and there was a guy there standing by, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, bro? I'm a big fan of the brand." He was like, "Thanks, man." He was Aaron. I didn't know
Oh,
who
okay.
Aaron was.
You didn't know who Aaron was? Come on now.
Yeah, I didn't know who it was. I just tell the guy that I'm a big fan of the brand. It was like, thanks, dude.
Mm.
And then like 3 weeks later, and he hit me up. He goes, "Are you interested in working together?" I was like, "All right,
Yeah.
let's
Cool.
go." And they're like, "Do you want to come out to Florida and have a talk?" Let's go.
Mm. Okay.
So, and that was it, man. It was history. He asked me, "Would you like to move to Florida?" Boom,
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, man. It was a funny one, and it was actually a blessing and a dream come true.
Yeah. Well, your name's Blessing. Is that
Yep.
like is that your actual name or is that
Yeah,
the name?
it's my actual name. That's my actual
Okay.
name. I came
Yeah.
from a big Christian family, so I got 5 brothers, and all my brothers' names were taken straight from the Bible. Everything got to be related to Jesus Christ and the
Yeah.
Bible. So
Right
I
on.
got I got the blessing.
You
I'm the
probably got the
blessed
best.
one.
You got the best name out of everybody, I bet.
I guess so.
Everyone else
Everyone
probably
was
like,
Peter, John,
boring,
Matthew,
boring. I was gonna say
and
they
then
probably.
there was blessing.
Yeah. So you got the only like cool name. Yeah. So what? You moved to Florida. How long you been there now?
Been there just over a year now.
Okay.
I've been
How
here
do
yet.
how do you like it compared to Ireland?
Oh man, I already told you, man. This place is paradise. Ireland is like, yeah, we just came back from Ohio. Ireland is like quite similar to Ohio,
Oh, okay.
but probably worse with the rain and stuff.
Looks like it's
Ohio's not bad. Ohio's really cold, but I don't think the rain's as bad as it is back at home.
right.
But it's like, yeah, it's like that. It's cold. It rains all day, man. It gets
Okay.
dark like 5 p.m. It's
Get
depressing, bro.
what
It's
is
like right.
so?
Even I went home for Christmas. After 2 weeks, I'm like, yo, get me the fuck out of here.
Oh,
I was ready to leave because
cool.
I love it out here, man. It's
You can't beat the weather, right?
paradise.
You
Yeah,
can't beat.
weather, everything.
Yeah.
Whatever you got. And the gyms are here are great. And Recon One gym is literally across the road from where I'm at. So it's like it's just perfect.
Cool.
And
So
it's not crazy. It's chill. I can, you have to focus to train, and that's all I do, just train. It's great.
it's unfortunate that the show you prepped for and you were looking really good, it got
Yeah,
canceled, and we're
yeah.
not
I was so
really
excited, man.
sure. So what are you like in a holding pattern now? Just trying to. Did you back off on your condition just a little bit because it might be a
Uh,
couple months?
Actually, no. I'm still holding the condition, and I'm trying to. I'm gonna do the pick week this week myself.
Okay.
You know, because it's been 2, 3 years, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna do the pick week myself and just see how I'm gonna look on Saturday morning, and then I've got photo shoots Saturday evening
Oh,
and Friday on Sunday. So
awesome.
I'm gonna do the pick week and trying to just learn how my body works with water and stuff and all the other stuff. And I'm gonna see how I look on Saturday morning, and I'm gonna try and hold that shape for the next 4 or 5 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's commendable, sir. Commendable.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's discipline right there, man.
It is, man. God bless you. But it's also it's smart that you're doing that. A lot of guys say they're going to do it as far as doing like a dry run of their peak week and stuff, but very few guys ever actually do that. But this
Oh
is
yeah.
this is
Oh,
this is
I'm
going to give
I'm
you a
waterloading
chance.
right now.
Okay, yeah, we're as we speak, guys. It is Wednesday, so he's loading for a theoretical Saturday show. Is what you're doing?
Yep.
Okay,
My imaginary show, fake
right.
show,
That's cool. So
coronavirus classic.
I mean, everything's cool over there. You got your gym. I mean, you got
Yeah.
no problem buying food is because here is people are
Uh, I
killing
actually
each other
I've
over
got all
chicken.
my food. I went to Costco's. I bought a lot of rice, water, I bought a lot of fish.
Yeah,
I've got everything. I've got Mega Fit meals, so I'm getting my meals delivered to me, so it's perfect.
cool, man. Yeah, so you're in a good
Yeah.
spot. Well, I really wish we'd seen you compete, but
Yeah,
this virus is
I do
messing up
too.
the entire
It will,
world.
it will happen though. It will happen, and when it does happen, it's gonna be special.
Yeah, well, I hope Generation Iron is right that you are doing the New York Pro. I really hope they are because I'll
Look,
be there.
I'm gonna stay in shape. I'm gonna keep working. I will not stop. And if New York Pro's on,
Yeah,
I will be on that stage because I need to make my pro debut, bro.
yes,
Like
please.
this year, I got to. I
That's
work way too hard, and I'm gonna give up just that easy.
we don't want a whole other year to go by with no stage for you. Come on.
No, I
Uh,
need this. I need this. I
cool,
want
man.
it
Well,
bad.
Well, guys, you can follow Blessing on Instagram at it's just Blessing_Awodibu. Is that right?
Yep, that's the right thing.
Blessing_Awodibu, which is AWODIBU.
BU. Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
I
You
should have
did your
been
homework.
spelling. I was a spelling bee champ back in the old days.
A1.
And of course, you can find his content on the Redcon One YouTube page. He also has his own page, Blessing Awodibu, under his name.
Perfect.
Hilarious stuff. I mean, he's got hardcore training stuff and he's got funny
Yep.
stuff. Whatever kind of
Yep.
mood you're in, guys, at the
Yes,
moment, you
sir. You
give
can
him a
do
good
both.
variety.
You can do both.
It's been great. It's been great talking to you. I still
Hey,
want to see
Ron.
you compete, man. I'm still waiting.
Thank you so much for having me on, man.
Cool.
It's been a blessing. Thank you.
Been a blessing. Thank you for taking the time. Stay
All
safe.
right.
And
I'm gonna go
everybody,
back to my
thanks for
prep.
watching.
I'm gonna go back to my prep right now.
All right, man. Good luck with all that.
All right. See you, Ron. Thanks.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching Ronline Report with Blessing Awodibu. We'll see you next time.